Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. Scorpio, this is a little bit of a different read here today. If you're new, a warm welcome. You won't know that this is a new thing. But if you have been with me for a while, you know that I mainly focus on monthlies, general, whatever. I want to focus on today. I think that was like a couple of years ago that I did this. And even I'm thinking, did I even do it on this channel? It's you and them. So we are picking you as a character, and then we are picking a person that you're dealing with in your life right now, and what we get about this situation. And feel free to swap the characters around, because if you feel like I'm describing this person, this Scorpio, but it really sounds like it's them, then feel free to put whatever I'm describing for you, for them, and vice versa. So the first one that comes out is Share the Love. What else here for Scorpio? Scorpio character. And then we'll do them, and then we do a couple of clarifiers. Scorpio. And Blossom. So we have it's a quite opening. I mean, we had a snake there, so that speaks about change and transformation. And it's a quite explosive energy. This blossom is really like when something's really lucrative, when something is ready to go, it's ready to hatch, it's ready to, we want to act on this now type of situation. Share the love. This can also be that you're doing something right now, Scorpio. Maybe that was not a wrong saying. So if you have a connection with Libra, maybe you're a cusp sign. So you're born right at the end of Libra and right at the very beginning of Scorpio. Maybe check the reading out for Libra as well, because Libra was undergoing like a huge transformation. Let's see if this is the case for you as well, Scorpio. So there might be something that you have been working on, or something within yourself that has been sitting there for a while. So whether this is like a personal thing, like you've been the type of Scorpio that have kept more like to yourself, stayed more like in your own lane, more in your corner where you don't bother people and you don't let people bother you, that type of stuff. And now it's like it's time to sort of come out. However that looks for you to come out, it's time for you to step onto the platform, start up this business, speak your truth. However that looks in your life, it just feels like you're coming online, you're blossoming, you're starting to awaken to something. So whether that is like the launch of a new business, or it's almost like the launch of Scorpio, only you know that. And it's a general read, so that's going to be different for everyone. I'm really drawn to 20, which is the 2.0 version of you. Like it's an upgrade happening for you right now. And Scorpio, you're the I know we talk about this over and over again for you, Scorpio, that I feel that I don't have much Scorpio in my chart at all. Like it's the furthest away from my makeup, but I adore Scorpio. I think that's my biggest contrast in life is Scorpion. My oldest son is a Scorpio, and it sounds like I've had a plethora of boyfriends, and my oldest son would agree, but it's just not the case. But those people that has played like a really huge role in my life has been a Scorpio. So I'm for you. I am pro Scorpio here. So don't shoot the messenger as I say this. So you always get like a bad rap. So a lot of the times we just don't understand Scorpio's makeup. And I think you coming out like this, or blossoming like this, and taking sort of the lead, or stepping out onto the scene in this way surprises a lot of people. It's like, what's your agenda here, Scorpio? What do you mean by this? And you don't mean anything. You're just ready to share the love. And when you get Scorpio's love, because Scorpio can be, and again, don't shoot the messenger, you can be quite like dark and deep and just kept to yourself, which is really annoying for me, who needs to have like, please be very showy of who you are and what you think at all times, or I feel uncomfortable. And so I practice a lot. Like my oldest son is a triple Scorpio. He's a sun, moon, and rising Scorpio, right? So huge one. So I know my Scorpions. I know what it's like when we're in the shadow side, and I know what it's like when we're in the light. And when you meet a Scorpio that's in their light, I shouldn't say light, but it's in their balance. I mean, there's nothing better. It's just so much love. It's almost like you could confuse it with love bombing, but it really isn't. It's just such a deep and profound love that you feel from Scorpio. And I feel that is like what you're doing right now. And whether that is like oozing out from you towards animals, towards really important cause, like a startup for something, whether that's towards a person, that's going to also be different for all. But like whoever's being showered with this love, I just say, God bless them to have that type of love from you. Okay, what's the person that Scorpio is dealing with? Okay, we have a schizophrenic. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I'm joking. Multiple personality disorder. You might go, yeah, I am actually. What if that's true? Oh my God. And then we have like a two-faced situation. This speaks about balance, but I get two-faced. Okay, this is so interesting because we have like you're dealing Scorpio. Who is this? So in the traditional tarot, like if we would do a reading to just get the energy from the cards and not assign them to any one person or any one thing, this is gorgeous right here. But we're not. We're assigning it to a person, to a specific person that you're dealing with in your life right now, or will be dealing with for the upcoming 6 weeks, give or take. And so in the first card, we have five different faces, right? 5 different perspectives, 5 different angles. And then we have, it is the balance card, but I only see the two-face. We have two faces in one. And so like what's up with that, with all those faces? So I don't particularly like this energy too much, Scorpio. And if you listen to me for a long time, you know that I don't even invite this type of energies into my readings. I'm just not interested in it. We have so much to deal with on a day-to-day basis anyway, like with hardship and not so easy people. So like my gift or my wanting for you is to just come online, listen to my reading, and for however many minutes, just have that moment of being completely free from any harsher energies. Maybe just even more light, more fun, more easiness. And then we can go back and deal with whatever it is that we're dealing with. But here today, I am doing a character, like a you and them situation. So I opened up for it, and here it is. This is a person that probably comes off as being one way, and then even like behind your back or being a different way, or they can come off in a certain way, like to the public, and then behind closed doors, they're just not that. It's a highly insecure person. It's a person who is trying to come off in a certain way because they think that being that way is what looks good to the world, if that makes sense. So it's not authentic. And that's not a lie. Like it's not that thing in itself that they're trying to play this character, is that they're really trying to come off as not, so that in itself is not a game, that they are like putting on this persona, because you probably smell them out like from a mile's distance. and call them on their bullshit, I have to say. And they're just trying to be what they think that they should be. And that's probably their biggest problem. If they could just be honest, if they could just be pure and clear in their energy, it would just serve them so much. And it would serve everyone else in their surroundings so much. Yeah, this is not an easy person to deal with, for sure. Okay, let's clarify some stuff here. Oh. So I thought it started out as that being a joke that maybe you're dealing with the schizophrenic or like someone with a multiple personality disorder, and it might not be too far off. So I'm sorry for making a joke if this is like a really, I mean, if we can't joke about it, what can we do, right? But I also want to take it seriously. If there's someone dealing with this type of person, like I'm sorry. Like, I've been there, and well, if anything, it clears anything that is not pure or real for you, so that you can get to the clearest place within you when you have to deal, because you just have to show up so in your own alignment and so in your own integrity that the bullshit just doesn't reach you, if that makes sense. And maybe that's exactly what's happening here. I'm onto something, because you're becoming the purest, the realest, the most honest version of yourself that you probably ever been. And what's really annoying as you go through that phase, is that you're met with the absolute contrast to that, which in turn feels really annoying, but clarifies yourself even more. Okay, can we clarify a situation around Scorpio's character here? The energy, the whatever you want to feel, whatever you feel should be brought forward. And please give this a thumbs up, Scorpio. If you like this way of reading, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me a lot to know what you want. And also please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm just at this 27,000 subscribers limit there, or border or threshold. I'd be so happy if we can up the numbers. Transformation, yeah. We saw that. We saw that. So we saw that snake there, right? There's a snake right there on her arm. So that for me speaks about shedding your skin. There's a transformation. We're going from A to B. There's movement, and obviously it's the Blossom card. So some things, we're moving forward. There's a change. Again, like it's time to take action. Whatever you've been sitting on, even if it's like you've been sitting on yourself, like you've been holding yourself back a little bit, or like waiting for the right time, waiting for the right timing, anything like that. Like this is a time to start to share. This is a time to start to come out and live your life. And then we have transformation 13, which is the feminine, the divine feminine. It is transformation. It's the transformation card. And I see this as like being a butterfly. It's interesting because do you see what you're holding? I'm seeing this as you, Scorpio. So you're holding a huge face. Do you see that? Like there's the ear right by the arm, and there's the eye. Here's the hairline, and there's like the entire face. And it's like whatever faces, whatever like your own face that you dealt with. It's such an interesting read because we could do such a deep dive here, like really go down the rabbit hole, but I would need more time. But like to really dive into who you have been and who you're becoming, who you are remembering that you are, like that face is coming off. And so it becomes so clear to you who everyone else is. I think it was quite clear for you in the past, but like who you have surrounded yourself with, it becomes so obvious and you're undergoing this transformation. I think if there's a situation here, Scorpio, that you're living with someone like this up close and personal, like you're not going to stand them for much longer. Because I just feel like you're done with the faces, whatever transformation. I mean, we have a lot of green and you're becoming green, like you're becoming whole, coming into your heart center. And I see this as the caterpillar moving into the butterfly. You're becoming the butterfly. And so anything that you sort of dealt with or that you tolerated in the past, you're just not going to tolerate it anymore. It's just not going to work. Okay, and can we clarify Scorpio's person here, the person that they're dealing with? Anything you want to come forward? That's interesting. So obviously it didn't jump there, unless it did. But when I did the previous reading, so I must have put the wrong card back. And I even do a little pre-shuffle. I sit with the deck and still I didn't see it. And here's the heart chakra. This card has found its way into this deck. So it wants to show you the heart chakra. Just know that. You're green, you're healing. That's the heart chakra. It's right there. Okay. What do we have here for this character, for this person? That's so interesting because we have, you're like in the 3 and 13 and they're in the 14, which means they won. That's a joke again. Wow. So we have patience. Let's see if that is the thing. Okay. Around Scorpio's person, what do you want to say? Yeah, so I just hear it's time to choose. It's almost like this is going to determine your path forward. It's time for you to choose. And I think you know exactly what it's about, whether this, like, it's time to choose around this person. Whatever the situation is, you're going to understand, yeah, I know what that's about. Like, it's time for me to choose the path, the person, stay, go, invite, don't. Like, that's really a thing that's going, like, that's a theme right now. What can you say about this person? Okay. Okay, wow. So I'm getting, oh, that's so interesting. I'm getting so much 4. So heart chakra came out as I was shuffling for your person, right? Your person doesn't have to be a romantic partner. I just have to say, it can be a parent, it can be a child, it can be a friend, it can be a coworker, it can be whoever. It's someone that you're dealing with in your life right now. And 4, with the rest and rejuvenate, which is my meditation card, which is another 4, with a 14, with a 14. When you have 3 and 13. So there's different vibes here. So it's interesting because this is coming through as a, this is not going to resonate for everyone, but for some of you guys, you're dealing with perhaps a person that is a family member. It can be your partner. It can be an older, like a grandmother or like a father or a mother or something like that, that actually maybe they don't have schizophrenia schizophrenia, is that what it's called? But dementia. So a moment ago, you might even be the caretaker of this person, or caregiver, however you want to phrase that. So you're really like taking care of a mother, taking care of a grandmother, taking care of you're just a caregiver to someone in your family that's like close. And they've known you like for such a long time. It might even be immediate family. And then all of a sudden they don't recognize you anymore. Or you're dealing with someone that really struggles to remember right now and really like they really actually don't know who they are. And for you, especially for you, Scorpio, whoever this talks to, they're asking of you to find enormous patience at this time and to really go into meditation and just sit with this. Because I don't understand actually, because I can't relate. I somewhat can relate, but I was too young to understand what it really meant. My great-grandmother had somewhat of it, like she didn't have fully like maybe she did. I don't recognize. I was just way too young. I didn't recognize how bad it was that she would call my mom and say I don't remember where I live. But she was that sane to call to say I don't remember where I live, and she remembered all of us. Like she knew our names. If there was any newborns at the very end, she had no idea who they were. But if it was us, like she remembered us. But she had weird like being in hospice and couldn't find her room, things like that. I can't really relate. So I can't sit here and say I understand that this is tough, because I don't understand. I can only imagine that if this is a really like close one to you, like a really like a loved one, and they don't know your name anymore, or they're questioning you or something like that, maybe they even have become a little bit angry, that must be really tough. And then there's like they're just showing so much love and so much, like it's almost like they want to tell you like how proud they are of you, Scorpio, for dealing with this type of situation and person right now. And it's almost like I hear you say, it's not like I have a choice. Well, you do have a choice, but that's the thing. You have chosen to take care of them, because that's what's in your heart. You're sharing. I'm going to get emotional. Because that's what's in your heart right now. Like you really want to share the love with them, and you just try to show up for them the best that you can. I'm feeling into this energy. No, I don't understand it intellectually, but as I feel it now, wow, isn't this the grandest type of unconditional love that one can give? You 100% give of yourself like this to someone else, and you get nothing back, literally nothing. This is like paying for someone's cup of coffee. I'm not comparing you taking care of your person now with a cup of coffee, okay? I just want to make that clear. But it's like paying for a cup of coffee for the next one in line without, or the fifth one back, so that they don't know that it's you that actually paid for the coffee. You're doing a good deed for someone else, and you don't get the thank you, just a gratitude for knowing that you're doing something good for someone else. And you really are doing something so good for someone else, Scorpio. I have to give that to you. Patience is what's needed right now. Sit in meditation as much as you can and stabilize the energy so that you don't get pulled out of your centeredness when you see them. Because you've done nothing wrong here. You're doing everything right. And you losing your patience sometimes, and you losing your temper sometimes, and having bad thoughts like, when is this going to be over, and things like that. That's just, just you being human. But if you can stay as centered as you can, that will really, really serve you. Wow, it's two really powerful stories coming out. Here's the one, and they're very different from each other. So one is dealing with, it can be a little bit of a narcissistic personality here that we're dealing with. And the other storyline that comes through, obviously there's probably 20 storylines, but I can't bring them all through. It's a general read. The other storyline is that you're a caregiver for someone that's actually having dementia. They don't fully remember who they are. They don't fully remember who you are, and you're the caregiver for them. And it's almost like through this reading, you're being thanked for, it's almost like their soul is thanking you. Is that whatever they can't physically thank you for, they don't even understand the sacrifice that you're making in this very instance. And so it's like, it's a huge thank you from the heavens coming through here for you, Scorpio. Just take that to heart. And if we're dealing with this person that just is not someone that one should be around, and I don't care if you are like whatever, backup story for this, or like they were really good as a child, or no one is born mean or anything like that. I hear you. I'm with you right there. But you also have a choice. Like, I feel like you're making a choice right now, Scorpio. Like, should I stay or should I go? Should I continue to be in this situation? And I think the more that you're transforming yourself, the more that you're really undergoing this shift, you're going to leave this type of toxic energy. You're just not interested in it anymore. And I think that's a really good thing. If this is a situation that calls for, I don't know how deep this runs. I'm not getting any energy around that. So just whatever situation that you're in, if you're dealing with a really toxic person, this is not being patient with them. And it's not about like whether they earn it or not, or whether they like deserve it or don't deserve, or like anything like that. This is you being patient in this situation, tread lightly and slowly walk away. And if this is a narcissist that we're dealing with, Scorpio, in my own experience, don't bother to explain, defend, or have any, even like, you can as a kind person say, okay, so that was it for me, so I'm just gonna like not be in this anymore. Whether that's a friendship, a romantic partnership, even a parent, I know how tough it is. That I can understand, that I can relate to. That it's not even like, it's not worth even having the discussion, because they're not interested in solving anything. So I would just continually just, and this is, we have rest and rejuvenate. So this is like, for you to keep a sane head, for you to continue to be on this beautiful journey, is to like really withdraw and really put yourself in a situation where you feel the most sane, the most centered, and the most anchored. We have slight resemblance to Libra, but not really. So if you feel drawn there, you might get things from that reading as well. Wow. Okay. That's what I have for you, Scorpio, for about 6 weeks into the future, October, November-ish. I hope this is helpful. And if you, like I said, if you like this type of reading, please give it a thumbs up so I know. It really helps me a lot. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, guys.